let's talk about some player performances, players who stood out to the point where they're going to make our first official attacking third best 11 of week 1. Make sure you tune in on Sunday evenings with attacking third, because we will be issuing our best 11 throughout the season. No one else is doing that. We're doing it. We want to show some love to players who stood out over the week. And I'm going to pass the baton to you, Darian, because you are going to tell us who you have leading the way with the forwards.
This was tough. NWSL has always been yacked with talented forwards, but I wanted to go with who I thought had the best games, were most effective all around on both sides of the ball for their teams. And to no one's surprise, first and foremost, Temwa Chawinga. Of course, she's making my front line probably most weeks out of the entire year. Just be ready to hear her name every Sunday, I'm assuming. Another player that I'm going to throw in there is Barbara Banda. She had a brace. She had an assist. It's a player that both of those players have grown so much from last year. Teams cannot handle them. It just, yeah, I want whatever they're drinking, because I want the skin like they have. I want the athleticism they have. It's just so effective, and those are key players for these teams and for this league. And last but certainly not least, I have to give some love, Jess, to our former Courage teammate, Ashley Hatch. Yes, girl. She finally gets a start. She comes in, she scores a goal. She's so effective. She hustles on both sides of the ball. This is a team also that's missing an Andy Sullivan, and I think she fits into that leadership role so well. And I think this was such a statement game for her to open the season like this and tally another goal on her illustrious career. I love it for her. I can't wait to see what she does the rest of the year. And maybe we'll see her and Ule Sar in a double 9 at some point. I think that could be fun to have them both on the pitch. But those are my 3 starting forwards for the best 11 this week.
Love it.
Hachi and Sar as a double 9.
Putting it out there. Everyone wasn't a 3-back this weekend, I will say. So maybe everyone's listening to A3. Who knows?
We're out here naming the best 11 and also manifesting some things. I love it.
Hey, you never know.
I love it here. Jess, who you got in the midfield first?
All right. Best 11? My midfield. I definitely enjoyed Debinha over the weekend. Debinha just doing Debinha things. I mean, she just like brought her Brazilian samba in the midfield, of course, as she always does, as expected. But did y'all notice that she juggled multiple midfielders, like dished it out to Michelle Cooper like it was nothing, gets into the box and finishes it? Obviously, like the ball came bouncing out, Debinha was able to tap it in, but she started that playoff juggling people. And with her experience, I mean, you just see her game growing, and it's been nothing short of amazing. So I think she had a very great first game that kept me at the edge of my seat. So I really enjoyed watching her. My next one is Angelina. She was absolutely amazing in the midfield for Orlando Pride. I love that the fact that she's getting behind the ball. I think that she was so great in the final third. She can combine. I mean, she's so good 1v1 when she's under pressure, getting out of tight spaces. I love her technique. I mean, she's just been such an impressive player to watch in the midfield for this Orlando Pride side. And then last but not least, I did enjoy Taylor Flint over the weekend. Obviously, nice. She's good in the air. She was getting to the final third. She smacked the woodwork over the weekend that could have put Racing Louisville up 2-1. I think that her defensive presence has grown as well. I mean, she went through some hard tackles over the weekend, and that was something that stood out to me for Taylor Flint, because that was something she wasn't doing beforehand. So I think being able to get behind the ball, obviously we know how her technical ability is on the ball as well. So she's not only in defensive third, what you expect from your sixth, but she's also getting in the final third as well, as we saw that she was able to create some chances.
I got a little nervous. I thought, oh no, are we going for an all Brazilian midfield? Like, it would have been amazing. It would have been amazing.
Because I really wanted to put Marta on there. So
I was waiting for it. I was like, we might be going there. We might be trending in this direction. Okay, well, can't have an attack without a defense. And I got the honors of rolling out with that. We had approximately one just one clean sheet out of this opening weekend, and it belongs to Anna Morehouse. I'm going to give her the honor of guarding the net in our best 11. But I really liked the performance that we saw for Gotham out of Shapinski. And I really like Davidson as well. I think maybe she's going to be on her way to have a nice, healthy season for Gotham. I've got Casey Kruger in the mix as well, because I don't think we need to say any more about it. It's Casey Kruger. She's one of the best defenders in the league and in the world. And of course, I had to throw in Rebecca Bernal. Let's go, Rebe. Let's rev it up, honestly, because I loved the performance for this player coming into technically what is week 2 for her, but week 1 of regular season. Stepping up and stepping big. I mean, there were some testy moments for the Spirit going up against the Dash. Delaney Sheehan at one point during that game getting a rocket off, and there's a rebound that's given up by Kingsbury, but Bernal is there to immediately get this away. And you could see how amped up the teammates are, the body language. And you also see in a next sequence, they end up going up with that first opening goal. And sometimes, just sometimes, those defensive moments that amp up your team end up leading to those attacking sequences. So that's it. That's our best 11. You like it. I hope you also love it. But what an incredible week 1 to just sort of welcome and ring in the regular season. There was just so many cool things that we probably didn't get a chance to talk about. We have to give congratulations to Ellie Wheeler after getting a dub. Got a proposal. Her fiance proposes after the victory against Portland, and spoiler alert, she said yes, but ended up going ahead and celebrating with all of her teammates. So we also want to extend our congratulations to her as well on attacking third. Jaden Shaw making some history, such a young player, but already notching her 50th NWSL regular season appearance. Dorian Bailey getting her 100th regular season appearance. Justina Gaynor, Chicago Red Stars, 1,000th player to ever take the pitch. So lots of notable things across the weekend outside of these really incredible, outstanding performances. Any final thoughts? I know folks are clamoring to keep an eye on rookies. Darian, is there a silver lining for Chicago here with their rookies?
There is. And her name is Michaela Johnson. Y'all, I was so impressed. Did I just say y'all?
Yep. You did.
Did I hear my?
I was going to let you pass it.
I don't know who I was 5 seconds ago. Sorry, guys. I don't know who just took over my body. You guys, I was so impressed with Michaela Johnson. She came in and looked confident. I mean, she looked like she was in year 2 or 3 of her NWSL career. I loved how physical she was. She's clearly a 1v1 artist. She's very technical, very hungry to score. I think it was such an energy booster for Chicago that gave me a little bit more faith in Chicago's creativity in the attack. I think she's a player that they can build minutes on and rely on her to come in and be effective at moments where, hey, run at this defender. Let's just test her and see, and let's try to move this ball up away from our back line for just a little bit of the game. So she's a rookie I was super impressed by, and I really can't wait to see more of from Chicago and Lauren Donaldson.
Absolutely. I mean, we'll see what happens in week 2. New faces, new acquisitions, and new signings, and rookies have a whole season in front of them to make it an impact. And I'm sure we're going to continue to talk about that as the 2025 NWSL regular season continues to unfold.